I've been ready since last week.
Try to slap the shit out you.
Such violence on a family-oriented show.
Right.
Then they know it's true family.
Damn. Damn, what are we talking about here?
What's up, fellas? Y'all doing all right?
I'm swell.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
Excellent. How was mom and grandma, Tara?
Glad that they came up here. Glad I got to see them. Um,
That's
glad I got to see mom and grandma, and we'll just leave it there.
what's up. Yes, I went to a Caitlin Clark game. Y'all talking about my attire.
Oh yeah, that's where he took them pictures. That's where
Yeah.
Katie had them pictures. Ooh, how was that? Is she nice?
She's valid.
Okay.
She didn't have a good game
Okay.
when I was playing. Ryan Howard was locking her up. The book's out on Caitlin Clark is be physical until she knows how to deal with the
Physicality.
Yeah, physicality until she learns how to deal with it. She's trying to
Yeah.
draw fouls now and stuff, but during this game, a little 11 points. She was in foul trouble the whole game, but overall, the atmosphere was fun. It was awesome. The book is you attack her too. You can't just. It's kind of like Luka. You can't just let them rest on defense too. You got to work them because it's not like Luka or Caitlin Clark or Tyrese Halliburton or Jalen Brunson can play defense. You know what I mean? So
Right.
you do something out, and then you get them in foul trouble. Maybe that affects the offensive, blah blah blah, yada yada yada. But overall, like I was saying, it was at State Farm Arena, so it was sold out. Everybody
That's the Hawks. That's the Hawks arena.
Yeah, that's the Hawks one.
Okay.
Yeah, it was sold out. There was a line to get into that shit. We was moving. The line moved pretty quick. It was loud. Everybody chanting defense.
I want to watch Caitlin Clark play. I'm gonna see when she plays up here because I'll go watch that.
Check it out. It was fun.
I'll watch that. Not Angel Reese. I want to watch Caitlin Clark play. Not Miss O for 8 and want to act like she's the face of the league. Now I want to watch Caitlin Clark play.
All right. Shout out to Angel Reese.
Shout out
to Angel Reese, the black woman, not the basketball player.
Support you as a black woman.
Can I separate the two?
I support you as a black woman, but
can I separate the two?
But she's not a basketball
I love what you are doing for black women, girl, for sure.
Love it.
I love what you are
love
doing.
it.
Put on,
you need to work on your game.
Let's work on your
that game, boy.
Ooh.
The game. Or just stop. Just stop.
It's too late now.
Stop talking yet. Just stop talking.
Nah, it's too late now. She already started, and then she doubled and tripled down. So it's too late now. She's in that. She just got to get better. So whenever her and Caitlin do play each other again, they have something other to talk about than
she'll have a place.
They'll have something to talk about other than fouls.
Because she ain't got shit to talk about.
Because Lord have mercy,
all that screaming.
Oh my gosh!
I got to see Brittany Griner.
Oh, okay.
Got to see Brittany Griner. First of all, she's huge.
Yeah.
She got to be like 6'8", 260 maybe.
Damn.
But she's big out there, and she just looks big out there for sure. She got some game too.
That's good.
She got a good post game. She's a little slow on the feet too. So if you get her on a perimeter, which they was doing, she can't move.
Right.
Yeah, she can't get around. You can get around her, right?
Yeah. So if she down in the paint, she's great as a help side defender. But if you bring her out in the perimeter, she's slow.
She's cat. She's cat.
She's cat. Damn, we didn't mention Jalen Brunson, Tyrese Halliburton, and Cat all before the intro. Yes.
Hit the intro.
How about them Cowboys? Yeah!
Hello, everybody. Agree to disagree back on your airways, television, cell phones, tablets, so forth and so on. Y'all get the picture. I'm one of your hosts, Trey Green, joined by my father, my co-host. Go ahead, Dad.
You gotta believe this is going to be the number 2 team in the NFC East. All questions answered.
And our special, not so special guest.
Sometimes special.
Sometimes special, sometimes regular guest.
Yeah. Hey, everybody. They're talking about me. Terrell Green, glad to be here. Glad to be a part of the ATD community.
Hey.
We gotta find a full name, but we'll figure that out later. We'll let the
A,
people
a,
figure it out.
intro song. Da 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 da. ATD, something like that.
ATD.
Wait, before we get
Today,
into it,
you said
you know,
what?
we can talk to it after we finish this.
All
Never
right.
mind.
Today we got a packed show for y'all as usual. We will kick off with Danger in the Big Apple, and then we will head to the Western Conference where Ant is trying to extend the series. And afterwards, we'll have a little discussion about parity in the NBA and how that affects the NBA. So, without further ado, y'all ready?
I'm ready.
Yeah, ready to go.
All right, starting in the Eastern Conference, the Pacers pull out a Game 4 victory behind Tyrese Halliburton. What the Halliburton of all peoples? 32, 12, and 15. Yeah, I'm sorry, Dad.
And 0 turnovers.
0 turnover. I'm saying that's crazy. That triple-double where he seemingly dominated all night. With the series now 3-1 in favor of the Pacers and headed back to the Garden, I'll ask you, resident Knicks fan, are the Knicks finished?
I'm going to answer that in a very short statement. What do you see me wearing? Basketball season is over for me. I have transitioned into football. Thank you very much.
What's wrong? What's going on with you, Knicks? What happened?
Honestly, I'm gonna tell you what happened, in my opinion, and it shows. Brunson and Cat can't play on the court together. They just can't. Because Brunson dominates the ball, Cat stands around, okay, don't know his role in the first quarter. Then he starts making those stupid ass fouls continuously. Like he's doing it because he wants to sit his big ass down so he can be in on the second, come in on the second quarter. And then he dominates when Brunson sits down. And they're not playing any defense. They're a defensive-minded team that's not playing defense. Pascal Siakam is killing them.
Cooking too. Yeah, he's cooking too.
He is murdering them, okay? Murdering them. TJ McConnell murdering them off the bench.
Yeah.
Halliburton murdering them. I mean, it's like murder's row in Indianapolis. Indiana hasn't had these many criminals since Mike Tyson was incarcerated at Indiana State Penitentiary.
No, but that ass though, like Indiana. You know what amazes me the most about this series? What were y'all so good at in the Boston and Detroit series?
Detroit was age and inexperience.
But y'all closed. Hell, that's why I used both, because y'all did it against us too.
Boston.
Yeah, Boston folds a lot when it comes to the end of the game.
True. My point is, y'all
kept jacking up them threes, and then JT got hurt
very well. Y'all closed on a young, inexperienced team that didn't jack up a bunch of threes, and then an experienced championship team that jacked up a bunch.
I just must say, I think the Pacers are just going. It's the Pacers. I mean, it's hard to stop.
They're just a hot team right now.
They're a hot team. Yeah, they're
hot.
They're hot, and it's hard. On all cylinders. It's hard to stop.
Nah, for sure. They're
all cylinders. It's like right now. And here's the thing about them: everybody knows their role.
For sure.
Yeah,
everybody knows their role. Naismith knows. All I got to do is shut Jalen Brunson down, body up on him, make him work, and hit some threes, and I'm good.
Benedict
coming off the bench, McConnell, same thing. Penetrate, get my little floater in, bam.
Get 2 feet in the paint, figure out what to do from there.
They know their roles. And here's the thing: nobody on that team has an ego
at all. But it starts with Halliburton.
Does
it starts? I mean, and I mean this in a very, very nice way, respectfully. Just because we got to see his career play out. He is a poor man's Magic Johnson right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, just as far as running the Showtime, the team around him ain't Showtime, but he's running that motherfucker like Showtime.
And he's passed.
Yeah.
He's
I'm about to say he's passed. That's another thing. Everybody forgets that he can't score.
The easiest number to hit yesterday was when I played Dabble. Over under on Tyrese Halliburton's first quarter assist.
How much was it?
It was 2.5. I think I had like 7.
Yeah.
Nah, I think he had like 5. But still, like he had that in the first 3 minutes, 3 assists.
His overall Jalen Brunson's over under points in the first quarter was low. He had 13.
They all came out cooking yesterday. I thought y'all had. I thought y'all was gonna walk them down. I really did.
We couldn't because again, who had 2 fouls in the first quarter?
I couldn't stop them.
Meow. And one of them was so stupid. Haskell was over by you and you
talking
pushed
about the
him.
second one, the hook.
The first one. The first one was
the
stupid.
first one. Okay.
The first one was stupid. It was stupid. And then you turn around and you're looking at the referee like he's not going to make that call. Dude, you fouled him.
Fouled him.
Yeah.
Fouled him. There was no getting around it.
You know what makes me mad about Cat's fouls? Most of them are lazy fouls.
They're lazy fouls.
Yeah. They just look like
he's not interested.
Fouls or just not paying attention, not thinking fouls.
Yeah, like he's ready. Like Dad said, like he's ready to go sit down and wait until the second quarter.
Yeah. And what cracks me up is this the man that won the 3-point shooting contest one year and can't hit a goddamn 3.
This is the self-proclaimed best big man 3-point shooter of all time.
He won the 3-point contest?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
I know he can shoot, but I don't remember him being in the 3-point contest.
If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong. I have to fact check that. I think he beat Steph.
That doesn't count. I
don't think Steph was in it.
You don't think Steph was in it that year?
No, I don't think he was in it that year.
Okay.
Even if he was, Steph is the greatest.
Yeah, I just always assume he's in it. But so let me ask y'all this. With this series at 3-1 and us all, Terrell, you agree? Is it over? You think? Let me ask you this.
I think it's
think it can go to 7?
I do think it can go to 7. Okay. But the Pacers have to cool down a little bit. It's not going to be them. It's not going to be Knicks playing more defense. Okay, it's not going to be them scoring more. It has to be the Pacers cooling down a little bit.
Pacers got to cool down.
They have to cool down because even if they play more defense, right? If they double the hottest man on the court, Halliburton, this nigga's going to pass the ball. That's all he does. So he can stop scoring and he'll pass the ball first. Right? He'll go to that game quick, pass the ball, get the other, rest of the team going.
Halliburton yesterday, though, he came out so aggressive yesterday.
But honestly, the schedule works in their favor not to cool down because it's every other day.
It's every other day.
So you don't really have a chance to cool down.
No. They literally they finished the game, showered, probably went to sleep, hopped on a plane to Madison Square Garden.
Probably hopped on a plane and slept in New York. Honestly,
probably. I mean that brings a lot of fatigue. I mean, you're not. There's no rest. Yeah, you can rest on the plane. Yeah, you can, but that's not just like what's his name was saying, Aaron Gordon. They don't have enough time to rest.
So who's playing you think was jump? Of course, whose plane was jumping yesterday after that game.
Right?
You shower after losing that game. You shower. You get on the plane. They hand you your after game meal, okay, which should be a goddamn PBJ sandwich and some milk, okay, and some stale ass Pringles. That's just my opinion. Okay, and then you get the Pacers who's probably thumping on the way to the walk to get on the plane. They got music jumping, they doing this, they popping their fans and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. They're
cookies.
But that's usually what happens. Think of it. Let's take NBA out of it, just human beings as a whole. I mean, you playing in the park, you playing in the rec at the local park, whatever. You got the team that's winning over and over and over. And they're going to think that they're going to keep winning over and over. But everybody else is watching them while they're losing, knowing what they can change on. No, the focus is different. You have a team that's so driven on the fact that they're doing good already. The Pacers, they're killing it. They have no faults for real. And so there's nothing that they really need to think about fixing. All Knicks got to do is focus and fix the problem that they're lacking on.
What's the
Cat playing? Shoot, Cat. Cat and Jalen Brunson.
I'm about to say,
Cat needs to play defense.
Had the JB playing style debate.
Yeah,
I still think he's a bucket.
See what I'm saying?
But I see what you're saying.
He's a bucket, but it gets to a point where his buckets are he has the same just like Anthony Edwards. Just like Anthony Edwards. Just
They
like
interfere with the flow of the game.
they interfere with the flow of the game, and it takes everybody else out the game.
Everybody's standing around.
Right. Cat's just watching him do everything in the world of turning around, jumping, trying to get open, and nobody knows how to bounce off of that. You got Jalen Brunson. He has to do a lot to get open. He's smaller. So how do you, as a teammate, know where to go? Unless you're running a play, but how do you know where to go? You're waiting on him to make,
just, stand in the corner and wait.
Stand on the corner and wait for him to catch you on a bailout because he might get closed out on or whatever.
Or the dunk off if you're Mitchell Robinson.
Yeah, I'm about to say they need to run plays. They need to have a set standard. They need to focus. Take away the trying to get the star of Jalen Brunson or Cat, whatever. Get the star out and try to win a game. They're too busy focused on him scoring.
What can they do? Run the offense through Cat, I would say, in the first quarter.
I would say that too. Run the offense.
I think
keep them interested.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's clear Jalen Brunson can get his shot whenever he wants to get his shot. And I think he has to learn he can get his shot whenever he wants to get his shot. So he don't. He's got to. Would I start hard? Nah, keep Mitchell Robinson in there. No,
I was start hard.
Start hard, yeah. Start hard for sure.
Start hard again. No, start hard again for sure. Mitchell Robinson's good on his 6-man role because he comes in and then he abuses.
Hard go gets rebounds. Hard plays his. He's a great.
He's an energy guy.
I was about to say Hard.
That is the only way they're staying in these games.
Hard, he'll get a rebound. It's the. It sounds corny, but it's the heart that he has. Like it's a different type of playing. It's a different type of play. When you have a player that's gonna do whatever he needs to do, no matter what, to win.
The dirty work.
Hart will do that. Yeah, he'll do the dirty work, and they need that. You got Cat that want to sit around and look pretty. You got Jalen Brunson that can only do so much because he's 3 feet tall. And Mikal Bridges that only catches fire when who knows when
they down by 20.
Right, when they down by 20 and nobody cares about the game anymore. Yeah, you need somebody that goes and keeps that energy going. Shoot, Jalen Brunson runs his energy out because he always running. He has to do so much to get open, and it's not a shot at him. But I mean, he's small. He's a smaller guard, so it's just a lot for him to do.
That's fair. That's fair. I think it would be important for them to get Cat involved early, because I think it's clear they don't have anybody. There's not many people in the league that can stop Carl. You know what I mean? That can stop
he's a nice player.
Nice.
He's nice.
So I think they should get him involved early and allow Jalen Brunson to then take over in the second half. You know,
that's what I'm saying. Like the fact for it to be down 3-1, like the Knicks they're nice. They should not be down 3-1. But it gets to a point
because y'all just couldn't close. Y'all couldn't close.
Y'all can't close, and then you got Cat that don't want to play defense no more. Because he's
neither does Jalen Brunson. They put him in a pick and roll, and he gets.
I'm gonna say Jalen Brunson can't do but much, like realistically. So it's like that's why you have Hart in the game.
Is my size,
right?
That in perspective,
is he
stockier? But he's my size.
Jalen Brunson's probably 5'11", 5'10". I don't care what the stat says. You can look at him. He looks about 5'11", 5'10". He's small. No, so it's like and the you can regardless. But yeah, they don't let Jalen Brunson get his little steals or whatever when the game's hot. Don't focus on the fact that he's a defensive stop because he's not. You keep Hart in there. I don't know what you do with Karl Anthony Towns. Maybe give him a smack on the butt, whatever's going to get him going to play defense and keep it there. But that's what I'm saying. Cat, it's even with Cat. You know who does the same thing that Cat does? Anthony Davis. They get to this point where defense and caring just runs away when they don't get the focus of the whole game.
It's that
you got to keep them engaged.
Right, you have to keep them engaged. Right, but that's not a team play. They're not a team. It's like be a team player for a little bit. Right. It's like, okay, maybe you haven't got the attention for the first quarter, but y'all still have to win the game together. So wait, still keep that energy going. And I don't know, those star players that affects a lot of teams. That star mentality instead of being a teammate.
Yeah. You think y'all can push it to 7, Dad? Terrell said yes.
No.
No? What do you think it ends tomorrow?
I think it ends in Indiana.
I would like to think y'all can push it to 7. I would like to think. I don't know. Every game except for yesterday's was close, but it seemed like Indiana pretty much had a 5 to 9 point lead the entire game for the most part. But the first 3 games were close. For whatever reason, y'all couldn't close out the first 2. So do I anticipate that happening again? No. Like Terrell said, Indiana needs to get cold. Even with them being this hot, y'all have lost by 2, 2, and 9. You see what I mean?
But look, the only game we won, we came back from 20 down.
Came down from, crazy shit. Yeah. Came back from 20 down. So you get one out, so just play it out. You get one out in the Garden, you just got to go steal one in Indiana, which you already have done. So do I think y'all can take it to 7? I do. And once you get to 7, all bets are off after that.
Anything can happen.
Yeah, when it takes all after that. So is the series over? To me? No, because I think y'all can push it to 7.
I want y'all to. Like, I love Halliburton.
Same.
Yeah, I love Halliburton. I love him. He's a great player, great guy. But it's not that I don't want him to win. But give a little something to watch.
I must say, I was really in my head when y'all beat us. That I really thought, like, damn.
So did I.
To the finals.
So did I.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah. Good thing I put it in pencil. Yep.
It's not over yet.
Yeah, whatever.
It's not over yet. No, I'm not even trying to be facetious. It's every
There's
game
still a chance.
There's still a chance. Every game has been close for sure. And it's not 3-0, it's 3-1. So
yeah.
I definitely understand your frustration because that was me when we lost game 2. Fuck this. Series is over. I'm tired of it. We're down 0-2 and we lost 2 at home. Can't believe it. Cut it out.
I'll tell you who's not coming back.
Minnesota.
Well, I'm glad you said that, Terrell, because now we are going to head over to the West. Game 5 of the Western Conference Finals is tonight in OKC. OKC proved that they have passed some of those young team barriers by never letting Minnesota take the lead late in the 4th of Game 4. Ant had an okay game by his standards, and with OKC selling out to stop him in the entire game. So I'll ask, what does Ant need to do, like, in order for Minnesota to extend the series?
Well, 2 things. Ant, he needs to. I don't think his basketball knowledge is developed enough for him to be able to win a game that does not involve him being the focus of it. 1. 2, Rudy Gobert. If Rudy Gobert doesn't realize that he's 7 feet tall and can just turn around and dunk the ball against Chet, about this big, he's this big, just 7 feet tall. I don't. It kills, like, Rudy Gobert kills me with that. He goes, and I get it. When he played the Lakers, there wasn't really that much of a big to guard him, so he can go crazy. Sure, Chet's guarding you. No offense to Chet. But I mean,
Chet's gonna get his, but it seems like Rudy.
He's gonna get hit. He's only gonna get his because he's 7 feet. His wings, he's 7 feet tall. Right. It's not no body. It's not no skill. He's gonna just get that. It's just gonna happen. They're both professional players. It's just gonna happen. Rudy Gobert, he kills me, dude. He kills me, and it. I'm not gonna bring that into it. But it's just
and you disappear on the court. Since we talking about,
I don't think Rudy Gobert is a non-factor. He had one career game against the Lakers. That's it. The problem with Minnesota is Julius Randle. Okay,
so
Minnesota does not have a consistent number 2 scorer, and they need it.
They did in Golden State. Go figure.
Right. All they need is Rudy Gobert. That's all they need. They don't. Julius Randle is irrelevant. Yeah, he can score.
Julius Randle.
I'm not saying he can't, but he doesn't need to be the number 2 scorer. It needs to be Anthony Edwards and Rudy Gobert. It is a simple drive and kick, drive and kick, drive and kick, drive. Don't kick. Go up. They're 2 dominant players to not get this same simple method going. But it gets so
They don't run a play for Rudy Gobert. He's just rebounding and
As they
defense.
shouldn't.
And they shouldn't
All they need to
because
do
here's the
is
thing. And he can't make free throws, so you really don't want to run your offense through no Rudy Gobert.
Anthony Edwards can get past anybody. And
He
once that lane, Chet Bates, because he Chet Bates every time, throw the lob. Once Chet Bates, throw the lob.
I tell you somebody on their team that needs to step up. McDaniels. I didn't realize he was 6'10".
Is he really?
You letting your cousin work you like this?
Is he really?
He is 6'10".
I mean, not his cousin. I'm thinking the other one.
You thinking Nikhil?
Yeah.
And he's silky smooth, man. He's a 3-and-D.
He is 6'10".
Yeah,
He's nice. He's nice. But I haven't seen enough from him.
You know,
they got to
give him that.
OKC has a nice bench though. Dante DiVincenzo, Nikhil.
You mean Minnesota?
Minnesota. That's my bad. They got a really nice bench. And they got Nas Reed.
No, they do definitely.
They ate deep.
You know where I think it comes on, at least if you're Anthony Edwards, you know where I think it starts? Defensive end.
You think so?
Yeah, defensive end, 100%. You got
how when Shea gets every foul call possible known to man.
I know. I get it. I hate it too. Trust me.
It's terrible. It's terrible.
I fucking stand it. Trust me.
It's terrible.
You got to set the tone somehow because that team is only going to move as Ant moves. And he knows that. Now, I agree with you, Terrell, with what you said in the beginning. He don't know what he don't know. You know,
he don't know, yeah.
Still kind of young. I was telling Dad about that earlier when he was talking about Ant had a subpar game. And I'm like, he's only 23. Like, Anthony Edwards is only 23 years old.
How long you been in the league?
For 5 years.
I said, that's kind of old.
He's been in the league for 5 years. He should know.
Yeah, he should know.
This is his second.
He's still making dumb decisions like impregnating women and paying out the full child support.
He's still thinking that he is
childish.
His head is too big. This nigga, he thinks that he already is where he needs to be.
For sure.
He's not, but he's not though. No, but there's nothing wrong with having confidence. I'm not saying for him not to have confidence.
No, not at all.
Because he's a great player. But at the same time, realize why you are not at that final milestone of being an NBA champion. It's basketball knowledge. I'm not saying he's not going to get there. But if you look up
too, you know what I mean?
Well, look, he looks up to KD and he looks up to LeBron that have already been there and already had them. So it kind of gets to a point.
Though.
It doesn't.
What was LeBron doing at 23?
You're looking at age, but not experience. He's been in the league for 5 years. This is his second Western Conference final.
LeBron
had a lot of success.
And KD?
Yeah.
KD, they were doing an amazing amount at their year 5.
LeBron made the finals.
What a damn change. Ever since LeBron's in the league, he's changed the league.
Look, fine, we can take LeBron out. Fine. LeBron's an outlier.
It's like it's like I don't know. Like my thing is with Anthony Edwards is there's no denying his talent. It's you can't do that.
It's freaking.
Yeah, but at the same time, it gets to a point of I want to be on your team, but you can only do so. I know that I have no faith in you getting to where you're supposed to get to. You display this every game. You display it all the time. You get the games that you do win. It's because you're extremely hot and they can't stop you, and your team feeds off of that. But when you get stopped, player, the game is over. That's not
true. That's not the only time they win the games. They won most of that Los Angeles series without any of them playing well. They just played great defense.
That's true.
Then, if I'm not mistaken,
Los Angeles.
Golden State series, and then the Golden State series without Steph, I'm aware.
Let's say you're naming two teams that really aren't.
He didn't play that, but my point is, you talking about they needed him to play well to feed off of that. He didn't play well in either of those series.
They need him to win. They need Anthony Edwards to play well. Think of the whole season. Think of the whole season.
They need him to lock that defensive end. They got to feed off of that shit because they're not going to outscore OKC.
They can.
They can.
Yes, they can.
No, they
Okay,
cannot.
Yes, they
see,
can.
OKC hit you from 4 or 5
The
different
only
directions.
reason why the only reason why that's valid is because Shea gets every foul call possible. This nigga gets about 14 free throws a game.
Jalen Williams is now proven to be a star in this league. Okay, he was third team All NBA. Hold up, he was third team All, he scored 34, 33 points in the
I
last
won't call
game.
him a star just yet, though. He had his moment, though.
Don't call him a star.
Yeah, I won't call him a star just yet.
I didn't call him a star. The
That's
NBA
like calling.
did.
That's like
He had his moment, though.
That's
For
the problem.
sure. He definitely had his moment.
NBA called him a star.
What's that dude that LeBron made a star? That point guard, that white boy.
Tristan Thompson, J.R.
The white one. Sure, white one.
Mike Miller.
No, they're whites.
Mike Miller, white.
Don starts with a D.
Matthew Dellavedova.
Dellavedova.
Yes.
Deli man. The Deli
Australian. The down under.
It's easy to play off of hot. It's easy to play off of you get baited. Your team gets baited out of every foul call. It's easy to play off those things. When you have a team that you're not going to get foul calls on, you're not going to get the refs on your. And I'm not saying refs on your side, but the refs using the refs as a handicap. When you take all of these outliers away, Jalen Williams isn't going to exist. Shea is not going to perform as much. The OKC is not going to be as good. Now, Chet, no hate on Chet. Chet's good. And I'm not saying that they're not good, but they play off of that. They're young. They play off of hype. They play off of
Momentum. And intensity, anxiety.
Yeah, they're young.
They got a chip on their shoulder because nobody thought they'd beat it.
Minnesota was going to come back and win game 4. I swore, because they just kept chipping away. And I'm like, OKC is going to crack at some point, but they never did. They never cracked.
Yeah. Because Minnesota wasn't getting scoring from the people that they needed to get scoring from. 13 shots from
stop them.
Hey, all I know is
cut it to like 2.
All Rudy Gobert got to do is dunk on Chet 2 times. All Rudy Gobert got to do is dunk on that skinny Chet 2 times, and he is out of the game. It's not saying he's gonna. It's demoralizing. You stop focusing on the game. You got this big behind 7-foot dude, they all the same height. This is a grown man. You dunk on him a couple of times, you baby him a couple of times, it takes him out of the game. You take Chet out, then you take the rest of the team out because Chet's not focused. That's all I got to say. It's Rudy Gobert's fault.
damn.
You put this on Rudy Gobert.
Of all people.
Of all people.
Rudy Gobert's fault.
You put it on Julius?
I put it on Julius.
I feel like Julius is just here, like, oh wow, it's Julius. I don't put that on Julius because they can start somebody else. Julius is a replaceable.
Right.
Rudy Gobert.
You're supposed to be the second best player. Stop.
No, he's not. Julius Randle. Are we talking about the same Julius Randle?
Second best player.
When has Julius Randle ever been a second? When has Julius Randle ever been the second best on any team?
He's never been the first best on any team, no doubt.
When has he been the second? If he's supposed to be the second now, when has he been what team's he been on the second best on?
When's he ever had to be the second best?
New Orleans.
So you bring him in.
New Orleans. I was thinking that.
What? Brandon Ingram?
The second best one, New Orleans.
I'm pretty sure.
With Brandon Ingram and Zion Williamson?
No, I think Anthony.
I think Anthony Davis was still there.
Sure. Oh, you're talking about back then?
Yeah, I think Anthony Davis was still there.
Okay, what was that? 20 years ago? What? That was just 40 years ago. Nobody care about that.
But
nigga been in the league for how long? Since
that's
Kobe
when
was
he had
here.
to be the second option. You
Right,
talking about?
right.
You're basing your opinion
he
off
played-
of his time where he had to be the first option, like in New York.
No. He has no. I'm not. No,
He ain't no first option.
I'm
He's
basing it
supposed to be
off
the
of him
second.
being the second. I said, when is he supposed to be the second? He's supposed to be. You say he's supposed to be the second here in Minnesota. So
Yeah,
I'm asking,
right
when
now.
was he ever the second best on
He
any
needs to be
team?
the second in this series for Minnesota to win. He needs.
He's not. He's not that type of player.
He is.
never-
He get his own shot. He's got a
Rudy
decent
Gobert.
3-point shooter.
Rudy
And
Gobert is a freak. He's 7 feet tall and he's huge.
What?
I tell you one thing.
All nigga got to do is grab the ball and dunk it.
It's clearly not that damn easy, Terrell.
It is. He's soft. He's French.
Rudy Gobert is just a
He's no damn freak of nature.
He's French. A 7 foot tall grown man. That is a freak of nature. I don't care what you say. 7 feet.
He may got the physical profile, but he ain't got the mental profile, which is just as important.
That's what I'm saying. He needs to have that. It's his fault.
Just as important. You know who got the mental profile? Julius Randle.
You're talking about when he scored what 11 points the other game? Is that what we're talking about? Or
that's what
7 points the other game?
We're talking about who needs to step up.
Rudy Gobert needs to step up.
Rudy Gobert, who had 9, 7, 9, 3 rebounds.
3.
That's
needs to step up.
You need to be talking about, Terrell. You want to talk about
Rudy
needs to step
up.
Rebound the damn ball. You want to talk about dunking it. I ain't worried about no damn offensive game from Rudy Gobert.
Man, y'all got big ass in the paint. This
block some shots and get a rebound.
You can have the best plays in the world. Mental is a huge part of basketball. And you take the mentality out of a player, it affects the whole game. If Rudy Gobert would be the huge 7-foot grown man that he is against Chet, the toothpick 7 foot, no offense, Chet, it would take him out of the game. It is what it is. Rudy Gobert's the problem.
Rudy Gobert of all damn people.
Y'all have faith in Julius Randle.
And you have faith in Rudy.
That only got hype because
let's see what the comment section
when he
has
was
to say about.
Because when he was on the Lakers, he was talking trash to who was it? I think Draymond. I think he had a game where he was hyped up with Draymond, and now he's famous. I guess sucks. Julius Randle. Who?
You talk about that?
What's his name again?
Rudy's afraid of Draymond.
No.
Rudy's 7 feet tall, afraid of 6'6" Draymond Green.
He elbowed him in the face.
So get big,
I wouldn't
man.
say afraid because they beat the Golden State Warriors. So I wouldn't say afraid.
Without Steph, didn't you just say that? Didn't you just
right?
say?
But you just said Draymond.
You just said. So what does that mean?
I'm not talking about Steph. I'm talking about Draymond.
You just said,
He's not afraid of Draymond.
He's afraid of Draymond because they beat the Warriors. Those two things have nothing to do with each other at all.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
It's if he was afraid of Draymond.
No, it doesn't. Because if Steph was out there, what the hell are you gonna say if they win?
He wasn't.
He was then afraid of Draymond because they.
No, I would say because Steph is playing the greatest player on the court.
Next.
That's what that would be.
Next. Those two things that have nothing to do with each other, Terrell.
Whatever.
Talking.
They do have things to do with each other.
They don't.
If you bring the greatest player on the court, that's the reason why you win.
So what does that have to do with Draymond or Rudy Gobert being afraid?
Since Steph wasn't on the court, and if you say that Rudy Gobert is afraid of Draymond, he wouldn't play, so he wouldn't perform. Draymond was on the court, wasn't he?
Bro, stop.
Was Draymond on the court?
Yes.
All right. That's the focus. You said he's afraid of Draymond. He's not. At the end of the day, Rudy Gobert needs to perform. He's 7 foot tall, probably 300, probably 270, 280.
Right. Please let's get off of this Rudy Gobert thing.
Rudy's fault.
Because it's not making any sense.
Thank you.
It makes plenty of sense.
It makes absolutely anyways. So, do we think Minnesota extends the series to 6?
No.
Tonight?
I think they're going to. Yeah.
I think tonight's the night they go home and then
tonight.
All right. Yeah, that might be where we're headed. All right. Well, staying in the NBA, with the 4 finalists being OKC, Minnesota, New York, and Indiana, we will have yet another new champion this year. The last repeat champion was the KD Steph Warriors, and from there we have crowned in this order: the Raptors, the Lakers, the Bucks, the KD-less Warriors, the Nuggets, and my Celtics at the top of the hill. Gone are the expected Cavs versus Warriors part 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so forth and so on. We are now signaling a new era of parity in the NBA with no powerhouses in clear sight. So I'll ask, is parity good for the NBA? Go, Terrell. I want your opinion on this.
Is it good for the NBA? I don't know. I don't think the fan base is good enough for the NBA.
Real quick, I'll give you a quick thing. Parity is super big or super good for the NFL. Right? You would agree, Dad?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, nothing. I think the best thing the NFL does is sell hope, and parity is a part of that. So, do you think any of that matters in the NBA?
No, I think it's a different. Yeah, I think it's a different type of fan base.
Mm-hmm.
You only know basketball players if you watch basketball, or if you're interested in basketball. It's like or not all basketball players, but like LeBron. Like everybody knows LeBron, everybody knows Steph Curry, but no, the fan base for a Halliburton or a Jalen Brunson or Karl Anthony Towns is only famous because he's getting trolled on TikTok. But you got those type of players. Yeah, it's like they don't have the fan like they only don't have the fan base because nobody wants to watch the NBA because of the fouls and the what is that load management bull crap. So I just don't think the NBA works with that, with getting the sort of attention that they should get on an NBA championship. I don't think that works for the NBA.
God, what you got?
I don't think parity works for the NBA either, only because, like Terrell said, it's a star-driven league. Unless you are a die-hard, me and you talked about this, unless you're a die-hard basketball fan, you don't know anything about Indiana. You don't know anything about OKC. You know anything about Charlotte. You don't know, the little team.
Yeah.
The NBA is basically a big market, mega city league, whereas with the NBA is a community, and I'm sorry, the NFL is a community. Okay, you gravitate to the team no matter where you live. If you're in Charlotte, you are instantly a Charlotte. What the hell is their name?
Panthers.
Thank you, Panthers team.
I wanted to say
instantly. Yeah, I wanted to say the Hornets so bad. Then I was going to say the Bob. Then I was going to say the Bobcats, but I knew that was. I was just going to say a Bobcats. But you instantly become a fan of that team. And not that they don't do it in the NBA, but it's just not as prevalent in the NBA as it is in the NBA, in the NBA as it is in the NFL.
It's fair.
They want to do it in the NBA. They should do it in the NBA because let's and I think it started with the fact that LeBron kept going to the championships every single year
on different teams.
And they got tired of it. And they wanted to bring in the younger group. And they need to start bringing in new faces in the NBA because right now it's Steph, KD, Kawhi, even though he don't play, LeBron, Luka, Kyrie. I mean, top 10. I'll put it to you this way. The top 10 players in the NBA are not in the playoffs right now. I'm not going to count Shea because he won MVP. He's the top 10. He's a top 10, but he's not a top. When I say top 10, I mean people that you can name.
Yeah.
None of them are.
No,
they're not. They're not in the playoffs.
Who's your real quick? Sorry to go off topic. Who's your 10?
LeBron, Steph. I'm gonna throw Kawhi in there. Luka. I'm gonna even put Kyrie is in there. Giannis is in there. What do you got? 7 so far?
5, 6.
That's 5. I thought you named like 12.
I thought it ran off like 12. Right?
6.
JT,
who we at?
Jason Tatum is not in it.
Not
Jason Tatum.
I'll give you a name that can carry.
No, like he's part of the
Trae Young. Trae Young is even more.
Trae Young.
Yeah, Trae Young is even more recognizable than most of the people that's playing right now.
Did you say Luka?
I said Luka, yeah.
And y'all got to think too with basketball, they have a lot of foreign fans.
They have a lot
Luka,
of the Joker.
Joker.
He's not in
like it. There's a lot of foreign fans with the NBA. So I mean, they do get love out the country, but if we're talking about America, nobody that I know or my friends, we all say the same thing. I just don't watch the NBA because if I go to a game and I go see that one of these niggas is sitting out because of load management, I'm going to be sick.
Yeah,
be sick.
But the reason why you say that is because you see them.
Yeah,
I mean, you see their faces. They don't wear helmets. If an NFL did that, you really wouldn't know. I mean, he could be sitting on the sideline.
Yeah, they got 100. They got 100 players in the NFL,
and they got 100 players.
There's only 15 players on the NBA team,
right?
So it's you know everybody. You know what I'm saying? That's true. That's really important. And I feel like with the NBA, like it's becoming more of a show Hollywood wise than it is a game of basketball. So
especially with the phantom fouls.
Man, like that.
Yeah. And
It's just
how was a man who tore his MCL in the last game of the playoffs, LeBron, dancing in Paris, okay, at the fashion show, LeBron?
I'd be trying to. I try my hardest to
He
be on LeBron's
phony, man.
side, but he'd be killing me.
And
He'd
I
be
mean, he
killing
getting
me.
it in. He ain't got no
Man,
brace on his knee. He went to his son's graduation, but you tore your MCL. You limped out of the locker room.
he needs to wrap it up. I'll say
Wrap
that.
it up, man.
But
The Lakers need to wrap it up. Just, you know what, dude? We done.
yeah, he needs to wrap it up.
Time to move on.
I think.
What you think, Trey?
I think because I thought about this. We talked about this yesterday, Dad?
Yeah.
And I've been thinking about it ever since because I partially I can't get off either side of the fence. Currently, right now, y'all are right. Parity is not good for the NBA because it is a star-driven league. One of the most entertaining finals of all time. Nobody watched because it was Milwaukee versus Phoenix. Okay. Nobody, and that had some names in it. That had Giannis.
Oh yeah, Devin Booker's a good one.
Book
top 10.
CP.
AD.
Like that had some names in there. It had some narratives, you know what I mean? But nobody gave a fuck about Milwaukee, and nobody really gave a fuck about Phoenix. So nobody really watched that shit.
Mid-market teams.
Yeah.
So currently, right now, I don't think parity is good for the NBA. But if we do stay on this trend that we are, and let's just say we don't get that many repeat champions in the next, let's call it 20 years, I think it can be good for the NBA.
Oh, it could be. Yeah, it could be.
Sure.
It can be.
I think
because it'll bring hope.
You can start selling hope.
Yeah, you can start selling hope. Yeah.
Definitely start selling hope. Because let's just say, just off the top, let's just say Indiana wins the championship this year. Like, you think, I know we don't care, but you don't think a whole load
Indiana
of Indiana fans inside Indiana weren't just born?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Inside Denver when Jokic won weren't just born, you know what I mean? So especially if they can continue. And if we can get back to players staying on their teams, I think that has a lot to do with it too. Because
load management. If they just take that crap out the league,
they got to figure out the load management thing. I agree.
They have to stop with that, bro.
How many Lakers fans are Lakers fans because Kobe was a Laker his entire career, or because Magic was a Laker his entire career? Celtics fans are Celtics fans because of Bird.
Golden State.
Let's go Lakers.
State fans.
Golden I'm a Golden State fan because of
they didn't exist before Steph.
100%.
Golden State. I think that was the worst.
With them. I watch them with Steph. I keep watch them without Steph. I have definitely grown a fandom with Steph being a warrior his entire career and winning 4 championships, no doubt. So I think parity can be good for the NBA if this is the route we're headed.
I don't think they have a choice.
You think they should stay on this route?
I think they don't have a choice. I think with new owners coming in and controlling the funds and trading off superstars that are about to make $70 million,
have to get rid of that supermax. Continue.
It's gonna be. Even Wendy said it. I was watching him on YouTube. This is going to be the biggest year for trades in the NBA. The biggest. By far, names that you never heard of is going to be traded. And it's all going to start right after the NBA playoffs. Right after the NBA playoffs. Right before the draft. Everybody's trying to get the number 2 pick because
from San Antonio.
Dallas is not going to trade that number 1. You're not giving up Cooper Flag. But number 2 may be available. Number 3 might be available. So you the Spurs. You say, okay, I got Wemby on a rookie contract. I got what's his name? Just one rookie of the year. On Jaden.
Stephen Castle.
Yeah. You got Stephen Castle on a rookie contract.
He's pretty nice.
You really only paying DeAndre Fox.
Darren Fox.
Right. Let's bring somebody in if we want to win now. If we want to win now. If we want to continue on the road to building and building, leave it alone. Use your number 2 and your number 14. You're good. You're good.
Let me ask y'all this, a little bit off topic. Do you think that Wemby's going to be the next face
of
the NBA?
No, I
I
don't.
think it depends on him.
I don't.
And by
Okay.
that, I mean, it just depends on how good he is because the NBA is literally force feeding it.
Right.
They're force feeding it. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
they're
think
force
he's too.
feeding
I
it.
think
So
he's too
they want
fragile.
him to be. He just
Right.
has to perform.
But they want him to be because he's bringing in international vote.
No, for
International.
sure. I mean,
Yeah.
and you know, he's nice.
He's nice.
He's
He's
nice. He's nice.
definitely
But
something
let's
we've
be.
seen before.
Like consistently nice.
He's not consistently nice.
I'm sorry. Well, three-point wise. He's pretty
He
good with
got
that 3
way
point.
better
But is
this
that
year.
what you want? Is that what you want? You want your
It kind of just makes it entertaining. You know, realistically with the NBA, dude, like, I'm gonna stick by it. The load management and the foul baiting, it just makes the game not fun to watch.
I
now you got
don't like the foul baiting.
I don't like the foul baiting. I don't like the load
I don't
management.
like the replay.
The what?
Yeah, I just
Because it makes it seem like football.
Would you say that? You don't like
yeah.
what?
I don't like the instant replay.
Instant,
You know what I
you
don't. You know what I
challenging?
don't like about. You know what I don't like about the instant replay is that the call that's made can be changed to a foul if you go back and look at
It's
it.
entirely too loose. I agree.
It's too loose. Yeah, yeah.
It's just
You
some
didn't catch the
And then
foul
the
the
other
first
thing I
time.
hate about challenging is the possession gets jacked up.
Right.
But you know what? But I'm not even gonna sit here and put this all on the NBA though, because the NFL is becoming soft too. And I get it, you know, we have to look out for the well-being of everybody after they
Because
get
it's
out
a
there.
violent sport.
It's a violent sport,
It's a violent sport.
but don't play the sport. Realistically, don't play the sport. No, but you don't. This is not a signing to the military. Don't play the sport. If you're so focused on your well-being after, then why put yourself in that constant area of being hurt, making those chances higher? I get you have the talent pool, this and that, but don't play the sport. It just takes away the I don't know. I feel like it just takes away the toughness of sports.
I'm with
And
players.
it goes into child sports too, by the way, y'all. I be
Yes.
watching these kids play, these little Negroes be foul baiting in 5th grade. I'm like, how do you even know how to do that, Luca?
All you got to do is watch TV.
SGA.
Okay. Well, who started it?
Started foul
LeBron
baiting.
James.
Thank you.
LeBron James.
He started it.
I can't give it to LeBron.
Who
You
started
don't think he started it?
I know who started. James Harden started that shit.
Oh, yeah. James
He
Harden.
started.
He really maybe
I'm about to say.
started it fine because I don't know. I gotta look back.
I feel like you're only saying he started
Really?
because of the free throws and how much that nigga averaged that
I'm
year.
saying that's where the type of foul baiting that goes on, that shit started from
That's
James
free
Harden.
throw merchant.
That hooking shit.
He's a free throw merchant.
That create contact and fall back. That's James
swim,
Harden.
yeah, that swim
all
shit.
the
I'm about to
way.
say James Harden. I kind of put those different though, because it's more so like he's trying to get to the free throw line and score those extra points. Him and Shea are free throw merchants.
So you don't think Shea doing that shit? They are free
No,
throw.
yeah, they're free throw merchants. But LeBron, that whining, that got to talk to the ref.
Thank you.
It kills me because even in high school playing football, basketball, you don't talk to the ref. That's the coach's job. I get you're a great player and that, but that's the coach's job. Let him handle that. Play the game. You want the court to play. You don't want the court to debate.
He talks to the refs in street clothes.
That nigga talks to the refs like he is one of them.
Thank you. In street clothes. He's not even in the game. And you should be sitting your ass on the last seat on the bench, watching the game, eating your homemade cookies.
And he can't be mad at his son's doing it now.
Who's gonna tell him that other than us?
Yeah.
Well, listening.
Thank you, Terrell. Thank you, Terrell.
Yeah.
I know.
I mean, it's true.
All this shit all we want to. Ain't nobody finna tell him that. Nobody at all.
It's just I'm a fan.
Ain't his coach no more.
Yeah.
Tyronn Lue is one of the few. Oh, I think maybe JJ Redick be getting his ass too, but
because they're friends, it's different.
Right.
They're friends, so it's a different type of relationship.
It's a damn hothead. Jesus Christ, bro, calm down. You be
JJ
scared,
Redick
and I just be watching you, bro. Chill.
Yeah, you can't tell that nigga he's wrong.
I said you are intense, bro, and then you always got to be right. Like,
yeah, you always got to be right.
But Tyronn Lue is one of the few people to ever like actually put reportedly at least, put LeBron James in his place. I ain't never heard it anywhere else.
Yeah.
So who gonna tell
Yeah,
him?
I
We can
don't,
talk this
yeah.
shit up we want to on the podcast. Who gonna tell him that?
No, you're right.
That's
I'm
just
telling
what it
you.
is. That's just what it is.
That's why I'm about to become a high
don't
school
do that.
basketball
Damn
coach.
thing.
I'm going to make my way up to college. Then I'm going to become an NBA coach.
There
And
you
I'm going to
go.
have Bryce James on my team. I'm going to be like, nah, I know your daddy's did all this nonsense. I know your daddy did this, buddy. But
let me show you how we used to back.
You're on my team now.
you playing for me.
How we did it back in the real days.
On my team now.
Who you telling, bro? I was thinking about that shit, man. Like a little off topic. Every time I'm watching all these NBA games and whatnot, y'all know Kaden plays basketball. I'm like, no way in hell. No way.
There's no way. As a dad,
my son,
I'm in the crowd watching that.
No, I refuse. If you get hit, you get hit. Get your ass on that line. But everything else, bro. The first flop I see, I'm going straight to his trainer. I'm like, you taught him that shit?
I know that's right.
Unacceptable.
I'm just not dealing with that.
Unacceptable.
Get up.
Get your
or don't
ass
play.
up,
like, you don't have to play. Like, don't. But that whole soft crap is.
So I get
lame.
the strategy of getting to the line for easy buckets. I swear,
like, leave that for when it has to be. You know,
right? I swear, y'all, I understand.
Yeah,
I really do. I'm not blind to.
It's like they overindulge in it.
Right. It's just
like leave it when you have the game's 88 to 88 fourth quarter. Now it's like, all right, I can see why you're doing it now. I can agree. But nigga, first play of the game, you on the first play,
and then some. Like y'all saw the Jaden McDaniels push, I think in game 2, where he just
shoved them.
The right before, I get why he's so frustrated, because Shea does the same thing James Harden does, and the second
that grab,
damn hook,
that grab
hook, because it would drive me crazy too.
Bro, nobody wants to guard that.
I can't touch you. Unacceptable, bro. Stop, man. That's basketball. Contact's gonna happen.
They need to start making that an offensive foul, nigga.
As a ref,
right? Let's be real. You're doing it. Like, that's what I'm saying. You're creating a foul. That's an offensive foul. You know what? They changed that to an offensive foul. All right, that's gonna bring a little bit of the
that would do something. I just think
that do something
into it. Everybody's argument is, oh, well, what's happening prior to is a foul. Fine, but that's not what's being called.
That's not what's being called.
Is what's being called. And it's Shea or Harden or Trae Young, for that matter, doing the damn hook.
Trae does do it. He does.
Yes,
I forgot about that.
shit too. Doing that damn hook.
He does do that. But it's like you can't even be mad at the defensive player. They're playing this. There's no contact. There's no touching. They're playing defense, but they get close. Still no touching.
Even
they get touched.
I am allowed to contact you. I just can't stop your motion, as I can't stop your forward progress as an offensive player. So if I'm riding you to the baseline, I can do that. Shoulder to shoulder, I can do that. That's fine. It's when they do that damn hook shit.
Yeah, I don't agree with it.
No, I'm not the biggest fan of foul baiting, but all in all, parity can be good. To wrap it back up, parity can be good for the NBA. I think if they follow on this, I say like it's on purpose. If they follow on this trend, I don't hate it. I think it could start doing something as maybe something along the lines of the NFL. I think it's a little different because basketball has 7-game series and football only has 1. Winner takes all.
Yeah, that makes it way better too. Like, I just want
to for sure
get to the point.
Time, you can never say, or not never. Most times you can say in an NBA series, you like right now, you can't say Indiana's getting lucky, or you can't say OKC's getting lucky. Like, they are just the better team.
Yeah,
you know what I agree. They're just playing like the better team right now. So I think that could be good for the NBA. It could create, like you said, that it could create some hope. It could create some different storylines. Sure, people don't want to see if that's the way it's headed in an OKC Indiana finals, but shit, I'm sure OKC would love a championship. I'm sure Indiana would love a championship. Like you get to what's what I'm looking for? You get to commemorate the big three of OKC, what started it. What is up with the laughs and the fight? What the hell are you doing?
They got reactions on here.
Yes, I think OKC would love to commemorate their I guess their last finals appearance with the big three. And then, I don't think Indiana's even been close since Reggie Miller.
Since Reggie Miller, yeah.
Reggie Miller.
That's good. That's good for them.
So exactly, like these are definitely good for basketball fans. These are good stories, and maybe if it continues down this trend and we fix some of this damn foul baiting and load management, we can create. I say maybe
paying these niggas millions of dollars to sit on a bench for a couple games. Get in the game.
Honestly, bro, real quick,
get in the game.
Would y'all shorten the season? How would y'all do it? Load management. Mine is shorten the season.
Shorten the season.
72.
Yeah, you can short the season, but I think play. Like just play. What's the difference in when load management didn't exist and now? Niggas still get hurt. Niggas still tear their MCLs. Niggas play. Just play.
Gilbert Arenas said niggas was on steroids back then.
Probably.
He goes, how could anybody ever say LeBron James was on steroids when they test as much as they do now? And not say that the people back in the 90s or 80s or 70s weren't doing steroids when they only tested one time in the year at the beginning of the year. He said these people are playing 82 games and shaking off broken ribs, and I'm bust out laughing. I'm like, damn, you might be right.
It's a different type of toughness. And it's like they just allow them not to be tough anymore by, okay, well, we'll put you on load management and we'll let you foul bait and like
and anyway,
watch that.
Back then, it wasn't a players' league. It was a coaches' league. Coaches said something, you did it. Now coaches say something, they get fired. Mike Malone, shout out, come to the Knicks.
But at the same time, you can slightly make that argument. Hell, Magic Johnson was getting coaches fired.
He was,
and
allegedly,
and but I will say there is one person who did not always have all the control, and he was the greatest player of all time.
Michael Jordan. He played the game.
He played the game, and he played it.
Damned if you run this organization.
Sometimes I'd be having to think. Sometimes, I love LeBron, but all that fouling, baiting, and you kind of remind me. He did start that nonsense, and that is my biggest problem with the NBA. The foul baiting. I don't like that at all. I don't. So maybe I'll change my perspective on who's the greatest right now.
Welcome to the family, baby.
Welcome back, homie.
Welcome back, baby. Try to tell you, man.
Shout out.
And wait till you see him on TV next year.
Oh yeah,
sure, it's gonna be on there.
That's right.
Doesn't Dad kind of look like Michael Jordan?
No, I don't.
I've always thought this. Y'all look just alike. When I see a picture, I'm like, this nigga looks just like Dad. He just don't got no facial hair.
Michael Jordan looks like $1 billion. I don't look like $1 billion.
Hey, that shirt on though.
I do with this shirt on. You damn right.
I'm about to say, you pull it off a little better, but y'all look alike. I'm sorry, I see it every time I see. He's dark, darker of course, but y'all resemble each other. I say it all the time.
You still gotta. You used to wear earrings, Dad?
I did.
Put a little hoop in or something. Flare up.
I had one right here at one time.
Do it for Halloween. Be Michael Jordan for Halloween.
Hey.
Halloween. Okay.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? Here, I'll match you. If you are Michael Jordan for Halloween, me and Brad was talking about being Stack and Smoke from Sinners.
That's some shit. Yeah.
You be Michael Jordan. I'll be Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
All the smoke. We gotta get Vernon Maxwell on the show. Shout out Vernon Maxwell. Please, Mad Max. Come on.
Mad Max.
Mad Max is hilarious, man.
Real quick, just out of pure curiosity, just guess y'all would like to have on the show one day.
Magic Johnson.
Magic Johnson.
Yes.
I got questions.
Magic Johnson, go on.
Yeah. I got questions.
What about you, Terrellis?
LeBron James or Michael Jordan.
Okay. I think y'all know
Any sport.
Yeah,
Please don't say Jason Tatum.
Nah, it's not Jason Tatum.
Okay, Lord.
Steph.
Okay.
That's
Or
good.
Shohei Ohtani.
Oh, I'll take Shohei.
You have to bring
Even though
his
he barely,
interpreter.
even though he barely speak English, but
You have to bring his interpreter with you. Yeah.
Interpreter.
Yeah.
You know who else I wouldn't mind having on the show? Because I would like to have Caitlin Clark on the show.
Dak Prescott.
Yes, I like that.
All right. All right, guys. Well,
I got questions.
Well,
it's time to end this. You could just DM that nigga. He ain't that famous. He probably answered back.
Cowboy quarterback. Yeah, he's that famous.
Shit.
I like that.
That nigga DM. Dak, answer this question now.
Questions, yeah. I got questions, man.
I would. You know who else would be fun? I like to pick Des Bryant's name since you're talking about Cowboys.
I don't know. Des Bryant sounds like somebody that was on WWE. You know what, Smokey? I'm gonna tell you why. I caught that ball, and then they changed the rules. That's some bullshit. So no.
Oh my gosh. Caitlin Clark.
You never let it go.
Yeah. Caitlin Clark's probably the only.
Caitlin Clark and Steph. Those are the two. Those are my two.
Okay. All right.
Caitlin Clark. That shirt's fine.
I would like to pick their brains.
Does she have a signature shoe, Caitlin Clark?
No, not yet.
Not yet, right?
No, not yet. She will. It's coming.
I'll buy those.
I'm getting.
Shoot, Angel Reese just got a signature shoe by Reebok, right?
They just unveiled her what's it called? Her logo. That logo's tough.
Oh, it's just a logo. Okay.
Yeah, logo. I think the shoe will drop next year, but that logo's hard.
Yeah, the logo's fine.
She on Reebok. Shaq trying to.
Shaq.
Shaq trying to keep the LSU. That's why.
Shaq nasty ass.
Yeah.
Shaq, man.
That one nasty.
Dude, did y'all know Kobe and Shaq didn't like each other?
For a long time until he died.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
They hashed it out. What really hashed that talk they had on ESPN is where they hashed all that shit out.
Yeah.
And they finally let a lot of that stuff go.
Yeah.
At least in public is where it finally, and then they started, messing with each other. Because, remember when Kobe was about to retire his last game?
Yeah.
Shaq was like, I need you to get 50.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm going to be sitting there front row.
Yeah, I remember that.
He did.
And he got, Yes, he did.
Yes, he did.
That he did. R.I.P. Kobe, man. Man, if I about to say if there was somebody that I really want, Kobe. But
that is honestly, if he was still the rest of if he was still
Kobe was there.
Kobe for sure, because that nigga's something else, bro. Like, respectfully, he's crazy. But I would love to see how crazy.
Very intense, yeah.
Very intense.
I would love to see how that shit ticks, bro. Like, just in normal conversation. I see it in interviews, like when he was on All the Smoke, and just listening to him talk. That's like, bro, like, you really are just this calculated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
you don't meet people like that often.
You don't meet
it's
people
like he never turns off.
Right. That's it. Just never stops. So I would definitely love to pick his brain on just how do you keep it going, dude?
It's like he's sitting at a stoplight, analyzing the stop, like, okay, this motherfucker better not go. Stay your ass right there. Like he's running the triangle. He's running the triangle offense at a stoplight.
That ass though.
Oh my god.
It never stops.
He never
Jordan's
stops.
another one that never really stops.
He's another one, right? He's always competitive.
Always in that. So I would
definitely. But I can tie my shoes faster than you can.
I bet $1 million.
$100. Bet.
You saw that 75 when they all got together and Magic and Jordan was playfully talking to each other.
Yeah.
And
said,
Jordan
right now.
Up and said, I'll play you one-on-one right now. Straight face.
Let's go.
Like, nigga, you almost 60. Relax.
Yeah, you don't let nothing go, do you?
Break a hip.
All. Oh, damn.
That's crazy.
Well, as an update, y'all want to update on the game?
I'm already looking at it. I don't need to update.
What's the update?
By 30?
Yeah, up by 30. Just about.
27.
Who's up by 30?
OKC. 27.
What quarter is it?
Second. Minnesota only got 24 points. They only scored 9 in the first quarter.
That's what they damn, they scored the first 3. They only scored 9.
Yeah, they scored 9 points in the first quarter.
We scored 6 points after that.
Rudy Gobert's fault. Rudy.
What's
Need to
his
trade him. Trade him back to the French league.
What's his stat line? What's Rudy Gobert got? 0 for 0.
0 for 0.
4 rebounds, an assist, and a block.
Ooh.
Wow.
What's Julius Randle got?
3 for 7, 2 for 4 from deep, 1 rebound, 1 assist, 1 steal, 3 turnovers, 3 turnovers.
What's Anthony Edwards got?
And 3 for 9, 0 for 4 from deep.
Trash.
He's been to
0 for 4?
That sounds like Ant.
Like
That's what drives me crazy about Ant, bro. Stop shooting so damn much. Good
Stop shooting. You dunk on somebody.
Bro, get your ass in the paint, man.
Get everybody in the league. Go dunk.
But 4 rebounds, 1 assist.
Warming up the Jet. We headed back to Minnesota. Empty.
-21.
Yep, it's over.
Well, that's game.
Shea got 16 already. Chet. Speaking of Chet, 15.
How many free throws does Shea have?
Chet, how many free throws is Shea? Shea's only got 1.
Okay.
He's only got 1.
My bad play. I guess you listening.
Nah, they not listening. The refs looked at the clock and said, "Yeah, let's speed this shit up." Hey, look. Well,
I got somewhere to be.
Call the egregious ones, but
they should have a mercy rule like baseball and football. If you're up by 20, we should run the clock.
They should do that.
You get to call your own fouls.
They should definitely run the clock when you up after.
Oh my goodness!
But at the same time, though, the only time I think big leads really matter is like times like this when it's a closeout game. Because we have watched enough basketball in recent years to know big leads ain't safe in the NBA.
No, they're not.
Or when you're playing against the Celtics.
Yeah, somebody's always
usually when you're playing against Boston, obviously that's the case.
Yeah.
Hey Terrell, I only said your name so the camera can flash to me when I'm editing this and it can see. Fuck yeah. Okay. Anyways.
Go Boston.
You're right. You're right.
Boston.
Damn right, go Boston. Oh man. Well, that wraps up this week's episode of Agree to Disagree. Episode number 14, by the way.
Hey.
Yes. Where's the confetti? Somebody throw some confetti.
Yes.
Wait.
You should have had Kalen walking around with a 14.
Look. Woo!
Hey. Woo! There we go.
Go ahead.
So 14.
And you're goofy. Like, subscribe, comment. If you think the Knicks still got a chance, it looks like Minnesota's chance is done. But if you think Minnesota might,
if you comment that the Knicks have a chance, I'm replying.
If they at least got a chance to push it to 7. All right, let's see if they at least got a chance to push it to 7. Let us know if this is Rudy Gobert's fault or Julius Randle's fault.
We already know.
The French man.
It's not the French man's fault.
And y'all let us know if parity is good for the NBA. Otherwise, that's it. Anything for y'all?
Deuces. Peace.
Peace.
Later. Love y'all.
Love you, man.
I love y'all.
Later, man.
Good night.